Hey guys, let's get more news about Steelers, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Steelers read and react. How should Pittsburgh handle Cam Hayward's future? This week, we'll start by looking at what might be the toughest decision of Omar Khan's tenure as Steelers GM up to this point. RB, Hayward wants an extension. And the Steelers should be all ears. The veteran lineman has been a rock-solid presence in the center of the Pittsburgh defense for over a decade. More importantly, he's been an irreplaceable leader and figure in Pittsburgh sports. If Hayward wants some job security with an extension similar to his current deal, he's on the last year of it in 2024, with some guaranteed money thrown in as a thank you for his performance over the years. That shouldn't be a problem. It would even help the Steelers this year, allowing them to spread Hayward's massive $22,406,250 2024 cap hit over future seasons, where they have plenty of room, $83 million in 2025, $184 million in 2026. It would also guarantee Hayward would remain a Steeler to finish out his career. That kind of extension might be a slight overpay in terms of Hayward's age and current market value, but his locker room presence would be worth the extra cash. Of course, that's assuming Hayward isn't hoping for a big raise. While he's still among the league's top linemen, Hayward is already fairly compensated considering his age and performance. He ranks in the top 20 in terms of average per year for NFL defensive linemen at $16.4 million, and at age 35, he's the oldest lineman in the top 70. Coming off an injury-plagued 2-sack season in 2023 and already 5 years past 30, Hayward doesn't have the leverage to ask for something over his current pay level. If that is what he wants, Steelers GM Omar Khan will have a very tough business decision to make. RP, it's decisions like these that don't make me envy NFL GMs. While he doesn't have a ring to show for it thus far, Cam Hayward should go down as one of the best to ever don the black and gold. When you think of Steelers in the 21st century, Hayward's name is not far behind the likes of Troy Polamalu, Hines Ward, and James Harrison as fan favorites. In an era where the defensive tackle/interior position was flushed with talented players such as Aaron Donald, Chris Jones, DeForest Buckner, and others, Hayward made his own mark on the league despite playing a role that often doesn't reflect its true value in the box score. That isn't to say Hayward didn't eat in his own right. Would it blow your mind if I told you that Hayward has as many sacks for Pittsburgh as James Harrison did? Or that on a franchise with a storied history of pass rushers, Hayward's 80.5 sacks trail only TJ Watt for the all-time team lead? Hayward's efforts were recognized nationally, starting with 5 straight Pro Bowls from 2018 to 2022 and being named a first-team All-Pro in 2017, 2019 and 2021, all coming after he turned 28. Hayward has also been consistently available. Last season was the first time he missed more than a single game since 2016. In all, he's missed just 17 games during his 13-year career. It's fair to worry that Hayward's body might break down more frequently now that he's reached his mid-30s. He said he believes he has 3 more seasons in him. That's rare, but not entirely unheard of. Calais Campbell played meaningful snaps for Atlanta as a 37-year-old last season and is still looking to sign to a team this season. Hayward's playstyle, like Campbell, relies mostly on power rather than speed, which tends to age better in the league. My heart says sign Hayward to whatever he wants and let's make sure this man is a Steeler for life. My gut says Hayward will likely have to compromise. I expect a deal that will be below what he's asking for, especially with the team needing to make other extensions, but ultimately they will find a number that both parties can live with. Van Jefferson embraces role as Steelers' most veteran WR, confident he can be WR too. Van Jefferson revealed Tuesday that, despite an admiration for his new head coach from afar, upon joining the Steelers he might have been the only person in Pittsburgh unaware of an oft-recited factoid of admiration for Mike Tomlin. I didn't know, Jefferson said Tuesday from the UPMC Rooney Sports Complex that he didn't have a losing season until I came here. So as Jefferson learns Tomlin trivia, he's likely just beginning to become increasingly aware of Tomlin's trademark sayings. As such, no, Jefferson's choice of neck jewelry for Tuesday's organized team activities session was not a nod to Tomlin's 2 dogs, 1 bone maxim. No, this is a Super Bowl gift, Jefferson explained. We, the Los Angeles Rams, won the Super Bowl 2.5 years ago, so I went out and got this for myself. No meaning to it. I just kind of like it. That Jefferson's gold chain consists of several dog bones strung together could relate to questions surrounding the Steelers' wide receivers depth chart. With apologies to Tomlin, the situation in regard to the WR2 right now might be described as many dogs, 1 bone. Jefferson might just be the lead dog in that race. That's always the goal, to have that mindset, Jefferson said of earning a designation as starter at outside receiver across from George Pickens for the 2024 Steelers. But at the end of the day, I am just trying to be the best player that I can be, earn the trust of the quarterbacks, earn the trust of the coaches, and make the most of my opportunity. Jefferson arguably has the most accomplished resume of any receiver currently on the roster, 61 career NFL games, 35 starts, 113 catches, 1,600 yards, 10 touchdowns. He also has that Super Bowl ring, from his second season when as a 25-year-old he started all 21 Rams games, including playoffs, and totaled 59 receptions for 904 yards and 6 touchdowns. Jefferson joined Scotty Miller and Quez Watkins as receivers with similar credentials who signed 1-year free agent contracts for the veteran minimum salary with the Steelers this spring. That trio, plus Calvin Austin III and rookie Roman Wilson, comprise the Steelers' WR options immediately after Pickens. Jefferson is the proverbial leader in the clubhouse for the number 2 receiver gig. I obviously have a lot of confidence in myself. I obviously think I can do those things, Jefferson said. But at the end of the day, I have to put in the work to get the opportunity to earn that. Nothing is going to be handed to me. I need to work for that spot, and I am comfortable in doing that. Micah Parsons hopes to finish career with Cowboys, would hypothetically consider Steelers because of Mike Tomlin. Just like Cam Hayward, TJ Watt, or any other core piece to their team, Dallas Cowboys LB Micah Parsons hopes to finish his career with the team that drafted him. Dallas has good reason to keep him around, a star player with versatility to play all over the defensive front. But if Parsons, for whatever reason, can't finish his time in Dallas, he'd consider the Pittsburgh Steelers as his next destination. Speaking to reporters during the team's mandatory minicamp Tuesday, Parsons said he'd hypothetically consider the Steelers in part due to Mike Tomlin. That comes via the Fort Worth Star-Telegram's Clarence Hill Jr., who sent this tweet. Parsons had skipped the voluntary portion of OTAs but returned for the first day of minicamp, avoiding potential fines from the team. A first-round pick in 2021, the Cowboys picked up his 2025 fifth-year option. That was a no-brainer decision. All Parsons has done his first 3 seasons is record at last 13 sacks each year, make 3 Pro Bowls, 2 All-Pro teams, and win Defensive Rookie of the Year. But that production comes at a cost. And Parsons hopes to get paid sooner than later. That potentially means surpassing Nick Bosa's $34 million average yearly value with possible hopes of becoming the highest-paid non-quarterback in football. WR Justin Jefferson just captured that spot with his $35 million per year deal signed with the Minnesota Vikings earlier this week. Returning to Pennsylvania would put him closer to home. Born in Harrisburg, he stayed nearby and signed with Penn State. That also puts a team like the Philadelphia Eagles in play, but Tomlin's steady nature and demeanor is something Parsons clearly admires. And according to Hill's tweet, has Micah Parsons preferring the Steelers to the Eagles. Tomlin attended Parsons' 2021 Penn State Pro Day, calling it a freak show because of players like him. Parsons ran a 4.36 at 6'3", 246 pounds. And you fan? What do you think of the situation of Micah Parsons? Leave your opinion in the comments.